20 powerful national songs from around the world, songs that were not just melodies but weapons, lifting nations out of colonialism and inspiring freedom. Top 20 National Songs of Liberation. Inkosi Cyclul I Africa, South Africa. Born in churches but carried into the streets, this hymn became the heartbeat of the anti-apartheid struggle. Sung in multiple African languages, it was more than prayer, it was defiance, a call that God bless and free Africa from chains. Zimbabwe by Thomas Mapfumo, Zimbabwe. Known as the Lion of Zimbabwe, Mapfumo's Chimurenga music used mbira rhythms to fuel resistance against Rhodesian colonial rule. His song, Zimbabwe, celebrated independence, voicing the dream of land and dignity for Africans. Ethiopia. Ethiopia, never colonized but scarred by Italian occupation, used this anthem to remind the world of its ancient sovereignty. It became a rallying cry for African pride, showing that independence was possible. My Land Moli Hua adaptations, China. During the anti-colonial and anti-imperialist movements, traditional folk tunes like Mo Li Hua were reshaped into patriotic songs. They bound people together, reminding them of China's cultural roots amid foreign control. La Marseillaise de l'Armée Noire, Senegal French colonies. African soldiers conscripted by France adapted the French anthem into their own, singing of their sacrifices while dreaming of self-rule. It later fueled Senegal's nationalist movements. Independência Total, Angola. Chanted by MPLA freedom fighters, this anthem of Angola cried for total independence. The song captured not just the dream of ending Portuguese rule, but of reclaiming African identity. Jambo Bwana modified freedom versions, Kenya. While today known as a tourist tune, in its original local versions it was used as a coded chant of pride during the Mau Mau uprising. Hakuna Matata was less about peace, more about fearlessness in struggle. Hatikva, Israel. For Jewish communities under British Mandate rule, the hope was more than a song. It was the dream of homeland, survival, and sovereignty. Sung softly in camps, loudly at independence in 1948. Van Mataram, India. Written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, this hymn to Mother India became the anthem of resistance. Colonial authorities feared its power, its every utterance was a pledge to free the motherland. Nkosi Yathu, Namibia. During South African occupation, this anthem became the underground hymn of SWAPO fighters. It told of stolen land and promised its return to the people. Saluvo, Mozambique. Sung by Frelimo freedom fighters, this folk-inspired anthem bound peasants and guerrillas together, lifting courage as they resisted Portuguese colonial power. Janagana Mana, India. Later India's national anthem, it was originally a poem by Tagore. To colonized Indians, it was not just praise for the land but unity beyond religion, caste, and language, vital against British divide and rule. Belichao adopted worldwide. Though Italian in origin, anti-colonial fighters in Africa and Asia borrowed its tune. In places like Algeria and Angola, it was adapted to their struggles, a global chant against foreign domination. Rosa de Hiroshima, Brazil. In Brazil's independence memory and anti-dictatorship resistance, songs like this symbolized national identity reclaimed from centuries of colonial exploitation. Liberté, Algeria. During the War of Independence from France, Algerians sang revolutionary chants that echoed through mountains and villages. Liberté became their vow, France would not hold them forever. Iran. Sung during foreign interventions, especially during British and Soviet occupation in WWII, this anthem symbolized pride and resistance, echoing that Iran belonged to Iranians, not colonizers. Hino de Independência, Brazil. Sung during the 1822 cry for independence from Portugal, this anthem immortalized the moment Brazil declared itself free, using music to unify a fractured colony into a nation. Marcha de la Patria, Argentina. A freedom march set to song, it reminded Argentinians of the wars of liberation from Spanish rule. The song was sung in rallies to keep alive the memory of their hard-won independence. Nkosi Yathu Hilhelilo, Tanzania. During Tanganyika's struggle for independence, songs mixed Christian hymns with African rhythm. Julius Nyerere used them to remind people that independence was not just political, it was cultural rebirth. God Bless Africa, Pan-African adaptation. Beyond South Africa, versions of Nkosi Cyclo I Africa spread into Zambia, Tanzania, and Malawi. Everywhere it was sung, it wasn't just music, it was a call for one united Africa free from colonial rule. Each of these songs was more than lyrics, it was memory, defiance, and hope in melody. Colonizers had guns, but people had voices. Music carried what speeches couldn't: courage in whispers, fire in hearts, unity across tribes and tongues.